How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to an all-new episode of the Chason Show. Two very special guests. One making his return, the actual first returner to the show. We have Alex Stoessel. Sorry, messed it up, and I got it right. Then we got Grant
Good stuff.
Flood. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Seth. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, Seth, I've been looking forward to coming back on the show for a while, so I'm looking forward to it.
So we got a lot going on in the world of sports. We got the NHL finally coming back, and I think we're all, very happy about that. Some more than others, but some with their teams going 0-2. But how's it going, guys?
We're so glad that hockey is back. Like on the Powerskate Show, we've been doing standings predictions, and then I've been making. Oh, sorry.
So it's the first time we've actually had
And
two guests on the show. So or two guests on the show at one time over Zoom. So we're still figuring this out, guys. So if you hear like breakups, you might not hear it because I'll probably edit it out, but you will continue what you were saying.
yeah, Brand, we're doing, and I was. Everyone is saying, and everyone is saying that I'm high on, high on drugs, saying that I'm finishing Ottawa in 5th.
Yeah, no, Ottawa is going to be surprising this year. I think Ottawa is going to be one of those teams that, everyone is going to look over, because they've got Matt Murray now. They've got Matt Murray.
Yeah, no,
I can't hear you, Grant. What'd you say?
Yeah, well, can you hear me fine now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you, Verizon.
Okay, good. Yeah, no. I mean, just to add on to Alex's thing, hey, listen, obviously, co-host with him on the Powerskate Show. I don't know, a lot of his predictions confused me a bit, and I think having the Senators over the Rangers was one of them. But definitely Ottawa. They have such a great prospect pool now, and again, adding in Matt Murray, that's only going to make the young team even better. And they already want to know against Toronto this year, so we'll see if they can continue that. And hey, maybe I'll be wrong. I think I said the Senators would finish second to last behind the Devils. So hey, we'll see what happens.
Hell, the Devils beat Boston in OT. I don't know. I do not know how.
Oh,
If you're Boston, you take a team that is like one of the best in the league. He's easily a cup contender this year, and you lose to a basement team who doesn't have any goaltending, mind you, because Corey Crawford had to say, you know what, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna retire, signing a contract.
Mackenzie Blackwood's very good. He's talented.
He's good,
Yeah.
but he's not. I don't think he's like a starter.
He's not Crawford, but he's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a debate between Blackwood being the main starter while Crawford retires. I've been a huge fan of Mackenzie Blackwood's at the start when he's becoming a solid starting goaltender. Yes, the Devils were putrid last year, I'll tell you that. They were supposed to be an improved team. Since Schneider has flat out his face been waived to Binghamton. He played for Binghamton since COVID hit. And Blackwood was even better before after Schneider left. I think Blackwood is going to be a solid top 15 goaltender. Listen, I'm not saying he's a top 15 goaltender right now. 3-4 years down the road, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Blackwood,
he's going to be up there.
Yeah.
And we've seen him at the 2018-19 season. He played for Canada at the World Championships. He was good. Will we see Blackwood play for Canada next this following tournament? Absolutely, because Blackwood is going to be a pure top tier development goaltender. Yes, he's young, he's developing. We're going to see him as a high ranked top tier development goaltender in the NHL.
Yeah, I think there is merit to that. He is very young. but much like an Igor Shesterkin or Grigoriev, in New York, they've got two very good young goaltenders, but not NHL worthy guys. And I think potentially we could see Blackwood make a big step up this year and actually say hey, look, I'm NHL ready, but he has yet to show that. Only having no OT win uh, in this season opener. So it'll be interesting to watch him and see how he develops throughout the NHL.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and he has impressed me quite a bit as well. I think Mackenzie Blackwood, I like what New Jersey's kind of doing like New York. They have their two young goalies in place, and of course they re-signed their why am I blanking on his name? The Burger,
Sammy
as
Vatanen.
they call him.
Sammy
Yeah,
Vatanen.
and they did re-sign Sammy Vatanen as well to strengthen that defense. Yeah, they've building a young team, and I think maybe not this year because of the shortened season, but I think next year's the year where New Jersey can potentially make noise when the division, go back together and stuff. I feel like that's when they could officially break out, especially with another year, Jack Hughes under his belt. The Devils should be fine within the year or two.
And what do you think of these new divisions? I haven't had them memorized, partly because I'm scared of the Penguins' chances this year, but you got the All Canada division, which is going to be certainly interesting. You got the Lightning they're just gonna tear up that division with the Buffalo Sabres. Or is Buffalo in their division, or is it both New York and Buffalo? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, Buffalo is in the East Division, Mass Mutual East Division. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Washington, Buffalo, Boston.
God, you have this memorized.
I haven't gotten them memorized yet outside the Canada teams, so there you go.
Yeah.
Rangers, Islanders.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be very interesting because I think, there's a lot of competition. There's a top tier, there's top tier Canada teams, and then there's bottom tier Canada teams. I'd say it's a huge drastic there's no in between. You've got the elite teams, like you got Toronto, you got Vancouver, Ottawa. and then you got Ottawa at the bottom with I'd also put Calgary. I actually was wrong in that statement. Calgary, I is more in the middle. Same thing with so you do have a good range there. I was mistaken there, but I think Ottawa's going to probably finish second to last. I don't think they're going to finish last in the division, but yeah. I think they're going to come out and surprise people, and I think with Stoessel, you got his first game in, and then he looks fantastic out there, and I think honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he would be the steal of the draft, because I don't know if Lafreniere, I don't know what his stat line was last night, but
he had no points.
Okay, yeah, I mean, if you see like a Stoessel coming out and potentially beating Lafreniere to hey, look, this guy should have gone first. You see a lot of the debate where Lafreniere was obviously the clear choice, but is he NHL ready? I guess that's the question. But I think it'll be interesting to see all these young rookies who have been off for a while because their minor league or junior league seasons were canceled, and then just having to step up to the NHL right away.
Yeah, I find it very interesting how, and we were talking about this on the Powerskate Show this week, but I find it very interesting that the Kings said that, hey, we're going to keep Quentin Byfield in the AHL for this year. That kind of surprised me, especially with the Kings in a rebuilding year, and they're projected to do pretty bad. I thought for sure they were going to try and get Quentin Byfield some playing time, but I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked by that too. I'm like, because he was obviously their second overall pick, and
right.
Usually you don't see the top 5, top 10 guys going to the AHL. You have it every once in a while, but you'll usually have you obviously had Connor McDavid, who just went right into the NHL. You had Austin Matthews right to the NHL. Eichel right to the NHL. You rarely send guys down to the AHL if they're, especially if you're in your rebuilding mode. Like,
Yeah, right.
especially LA. LA needs him. New York doesn't need Lafreniere as much as other teams do. But yeah, no, like I think it's gonna be interesting this year. They're NHL's obviously trying to cash in with the new the reverse retro jerseys, and I think obviously with the sponsorships on the side of the helmet. What do you guys think about the big change in the NHL this year?
Yeah, the helmets, you mean?
Yeah.
I actually like it. I think it's like you're showing support to one of your sponsors on your helmets, like saying like, hey, like you've been a long time sponsor. Why not to give you appreciation to like wear on our helmets. Like for example, like the Capitals, they've been a long time sponsor with Capital One. Like the home arena is Capital One Arena. Penguins PPE paints arena.
Colorado
the Blues
Ball
Enterprise. I cracked up with that name, and
why? Why would you name? We're going to the Ball Arena today. That just sounds like either something very dirty or a child's play area. What do you guys think of the reverse retros though? That's a bit of a
and the question is, what's the nickname?
Oh God.
And the question is,
I mean, let's just leave it PG and we'll call it the disease pool.
All right, well, hey, that works. Yeah, just my little quick opinions on the helmet advertisement. I think, for right now, it's fine. Obviously, with COVID and you're losing so much money, I think for right now, you're okay to do it. But if they were to continue to do it for, like, say, 3-4 years down the road, then I feel like it would get a little annoying. But for right now, in the circumstances they're in, I'm cool if they put advertisements on the helmets, extra advertisements on the boards. Like, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, I think,
sponsoring the divisions.
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
Get to that, too.
I would love to see though, like in the future with NHL helmets. You know what remember how they had a huge logo in the 2019 Stadium Series with Philadelphia and Pittsburgh? How they had the big logo? I would like to see something like that. And this kind of brings me to another point that I'm going to bring up a little later. But I feel like that would be so cool if teams had like a monochrome jersey, much like what the Penguins had, much like what the Dallas Stars have with their neon jerseys. And I think, and have a big logo on the side. I think that would be cool. Like, that's just my opinion, but I think that would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to my next question, what do you guys think of the reverse retros?
Fire!
Yeah, I know. We were rating all of them on the Powerskate Show, obviously. And I really enjoyed a lot of them. And especially for me being a Bruins and Kings fan, I felt like both of those were absolute home runs. I mean, I think that's just such a creative idea to, hey, why not add another jersey and kind of, add an extra alternate jersey and more of a, retro look. I'm honestly shocked that they waited this long to do it. I thought something like a retro reverse jersey would have occurred, a few years back, but I'm just glad they did it. And the majority of them look great.
Yeah,
I think you have the Islanders who hardly did anything, but for the most
part, and Detroit,
Detroit, yes,
God.
But Detroit was horrible.
I don't know,
White
like what
and gray.
like in what world is it okay to literally strip the team with the least creativity of all their color and have white and gray? Like, in what world does that make sense? And in my opinion, one of the worst ones is Boston. And you're gonna get mad at me, Grant, but I hate the methamphetamine bear. It's the methamphetamine bear. And you can never.
They should have brought back the bear. To be fair, they should have brought back the bear, but
they should have brought back I think the one they wore in the Winter Classic. It was like the like brown and yellow. I thought that one was okay.
Like the 2016.
Another one they could have brought back though was what was he? I saw a concept that from I think it was like EDL Designs or something like that, and it looked so cool, but it was completely different from the methamphetamine bear in the Boston Bruins jersey.
And for the bear, instead of the meth bear, are you talking about what's that old TV show in the early 2000s? It's something like
Berenstain Bears.
yes, that.
God, that brings me back. Oh my God, I just have like a childhood like. Oh my God, that wow, that's an old show.
Yeah, and there's something that it relates to it, like that yellow Ray Borg era when I think 2 years before he went to Colorado, like saying like there's something like is it that the same type from the that Bear TV show?
But I do like the one thing I do like about Boston jersey though is having the yellow base. They've usually had the black and white base, but I think having the yellow base in the jersey, I mean, it looks better. If the only downside is the meth bear, but the one of the underdogs though, one of my favorite ones is Montreal. I love how they did the blue. It's
Yes,
such a good jersey. And I
yeah,
hate to
that's
say
a home
this.
run.
I hate to say this one, but the Capitals, it's one of the better ones. I hate
All
to
right,
say it, but it's true.
Without a question, the Capitals are one of the better ones. Yeah.
yes.
I mean, Pittsburgh, like it's not bad, but they should have brought back the Robo Pen. They should have. I'm so mad that they didn't do that. Like that was a lot of fans. I'm in a group chat with a lot of Penguins fans. Shout out to you boys, but we're all upset they didn't bring back the Robo Pen. Like that was the staple of Pittsburgh. In the late '90s. Like
Are you talking about the the one that had like a V at the bottom and like the penguin like staring on the other side?
the Penguin was facing out. For those of you who are listening at home, you won't be able to see me do this demonstration, but it's facing outward, and it's got like the
The stripe.
lines, the stripe
Yeah.
through it, and it's like black and kind of like grayish, like kind of a fade almost.
Yeah,
It's got the three
and
lines
yellow.
going this way.
Right.
It looks amazing, and they should have brought that back. I'm so pissed that they didn't.
I was honestly surprised that they didn't bring back one of the Blue Winter Classic jerseys
Yes.
as well. I thought if they weren't going to go with that 90s look, I thought they would have for sure went with the 07 or 2011 Winter Classic looks because those look pretty good as well. But
Yeah,
I don't know, they kind of went for like the mid 90s, which look okay, but
yeah, I mean, because they're still trying to stick with that black, the black yellow theme. And I would have loved to see maybe go all the way back to their beginnings. Bring back the light baby blue jerseys, or bring back the blue Penguins jersey. Like it's basically the same thing that was on my wall, but it's blue. Like that would have been okay, But I mean, I can't complain about it. I mean, it's a nice jersey, but it's I have a lot of complaints about it.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I'm sorry to say this: the Penguins don't look good on blue. You guys know what Pittsburgh is meant for, the black and yellow. Like all
Yeah.
the teams, the Pittsburgh teams are like there's this that's called a Steel City.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do it right, and you do it like they did in the Winter Classic, if they did it right like that, then that's good. That's good. That's a-okay for me. I'm fucking. I can't speak.
Well,
I don't
and like the one thing that I'll accept the excuse for that jersey, the 2011 Winter Classic and the 2007 Winter Classic, the one thing that I'll accept is have the same format of the jersey. Have it the dark blue, black, the light blue at the bottom with the stripes. Have the stripes be yellow and have the like the full.
So you're saying the colors go blue, black, and yellow, or are you changing the design, changing the colors, but doing the logo?
the design color. So keep keep the logo A+. Black
That could
at
work.
at the chest, the waist gray, and then yellow stripings.
I mean, that could work. That could work. I think I'm wondering if the next year they're going to come out with, or maybe a few years down the road come out with different ones. But I would have liked to see, maybe in the future bringing back their the Penguins 2016 jerseys, not the ones back there, but the like black Vegas gold and white, maybe for like a limited run. But anyway, I also loved Arizona's. Arizona's jersey was a home run.
Yes, a home run. That's facts. That is facts.
Grant, what do you think about the Arizona jersey?
That was so creative. Yeah, that one was pretty creative with the coyote look and the little cactus on the bottom. That was a good design.
I think Arizona has been very dry of good jerseys. Their only really good jerseys have been the Kachina jerseys.
Yes.
I was honestly surprised that I wouldn't be surprised if they bring back, because this year they're wearing our Kachina jerseys as their home jersey. I wouldn't be surprised if they wore or they made renditions of their old away Kachina jerseys for next season, and because they're kind of doing what the Penguins did, right? They during the playoffs they made their black, gold, and black, yellow, and white jerseys their home jerseys, while they're
like getting ready to
what?
Like they're the Penguins wore that 2016 jersey, the black and the yellow, because they're getting ready to unveil that away jersey.
And I kind of have a feeling that's what they're going to do, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think it would be really cool if they did, because I do like those Kachina jerseys, and then maybe make their alternate. I believe they had a green Kachina jersey. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they actually do.
And I think having that, and I have going back to the Kachina, because a lot of people love the Kachina look.
Yes.
And
yeah, that logo's great.
I think it's definitely one of the most creative ones in the league, and I think that it's something that a lot of teams don't have. A lot of teams have just stuck with most of the same logo with different renditions of it. Obviously, Detroit being an exception to that, where they've literally had the same logo throughout their entire history. But yeah, no, I think Grant. I think it's a great job with theirs. I'm kind of went on a rant there. I'm sorry. All right, guys. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, listen to our sponsors, and we'll be right back after this short intermission. Hey guys. So quick announcement. One of our sponsors, Anchor, who has been awesome to us throughout the almost year that we've done the podcast. If you haven't heard about it, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And I know a lot of people have been interested in doing podcasts, so use this. Anchor is a great source. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, but just by using the app or the website. Anchor distributes your podcast for you. It can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Breaker, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. And it's everything you need to make a podcast just in one place. Now, please, if you're thinking about doing a podcast and rivaling the best podcast here, the Chason Show, download and use the Anchor app. It's free. Or you can go to anchor.fm to get started. Let's hear from the other sponsors that we have.
The Quit Bitchin' Coalition is a lifestyle brand for those who live their life on their own terms. Mavericks that don't quit. Don't give in. Ever. They are more than a clothing brand. They strive to help people in all facets of life. They believe in the saying, quote, do good while doing good, end quote. The Quit Bitchin' Coalition seeks to motivate people while providing badass, fashionable apparel. And as they like to say, fashion with an attitude. We are made for Mavericks. Guys, please head over to their website. It is www.quitbitchingcoalition.com. Use code PRESSBOX for 10% off your entire order on the website. So go on over, and check them out and support their business. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show. Locks Hair Wax Company is an American company that is veteran-owned and operated. Locks makes all-natural grooming products that are handmade in small batches to ensure top-quality control. These products consist of hair pomade, beard balms, and oils, aftershave balm, even tattoo salve, and they have much more as well. Locks Hair Wax Company is for the sharp savage with a warrior ethos, a never-quit spirit, and a cool hand attitude. Besides grooming products, they also offer a wide variety of apparel and accessories that embrace the American fighting spirit. If you too value what it takes and what it means to love this country, remember its roots, fight for it, work hard, and look sharp doing it, then head over to www.loxpomade.com and join the Locks train. Also, if you use code PRESSBOX10 at the end of your order, then you will save 10% off your entire order. Stay sharp and stay savage. Hey guys, so before we get into this episode, I would like to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, NIST, K-N-I-S-T. They are an awesome slingshot company that I've been partnered with for quite some time, and they have opened up shop on their updated website at knist.online. I'm pretty sure you all know how to spell online, so I'm not going to spell that. So they sell slingshots, steel balls, and band sets. They just came out with a new slingshot called the Maverick. The original slingshot, the original NIST slingshot, is about $6.99 on their website. And they've got the band sets for $4.99. And they've also got a pack of steel balls for $8.99. So please go check them out. They're a great company, and they have some amazing slingshots. So take my word for it and go check them out. So with that being said, guys, go check them out now.
But I want to ask you guys something different. Talk about the Powerskate Show. Like, how did that start?
So, around April 6th, me and Grant and his other friends, we were doing trivia, and it was all hockey trivia.
Yes,
And,
good times.
Yes, and we were going crazy with that, and like me and Grant like talked a lot, but before we started, and like we were saying like, hey, like since like we have nothing else to do, how about we do a podcast just to like entertain ourselves? And then we agreed, and then we picked Powerskate Show, and I forgot what was the second option choice, but yeah, we chose Powerskate Show. When we hit our first 3 episodes, first 2 before you, Seth, we got like 100 views each.
That's good shit.
Which was like crazy. Well, like I didn't expect like this big. Like, I thought it would be like a respectable number, but like once we hit like 100 views on the first 2 episodes, we were like, oh my god, we're gonna do more. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna do the best. If there's any games where we're gonna collab, which we teamed up a couple of games, and
Yeah, we did Game 6 together, Lightning Stars. That was fun.
yeah, and we did Capitals and Islanders Game 4, which was on
Game 4, the one game that you were happy because they won.
Yeah,
I was on vacation for that game.
Dude, listen, commentating games on a sportscaster, you guys know I love doing that, but God, was that painful doing the Bruins Lightning Game 5. Victor Hedman scoring double overtime, I'm like, oh, that sucks. And, I was on live, trying to be professional, so, I can't swear or anything. I'm like, oh, good fought, lost by the Bruins, but in reality, I was just like, man, why do I punish myself watching this?
I was actually on YouTube. I was watching John Duncan do his play-by-play, and he was half drunk, doing the doing the play-by-play, and this man's like, They scored.
He said like the funeral commences.
Exactly. This man, like, and I feel bad for Chara though, because that was his last game in Boston. I'm actually shocked though that he signed with Washington. Washington has definitely become a retirement home. You know, you got a whole bunch of old guys. You got Ov, who's still a good player. Don't get me wrong, he's still a good player. He's old though, but you got Big Z, and then you had Henrik Lundqvist, who unfortunately, is on IR this year due to open heart surgery. And I hope he is able to come back.
He
I don't
actually
think he
came
will.
from the hospital the other day.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. That's good. And but I mean, I guess he's got a long road to recovery after an open.
Oh yeah.
He
Like-
posted on his Instagram that his hospital was in Cleveland, and he's gonna spend a little bit in Cleveland and head back to New York City.
Wow, surviving New York. It's a wonderful city. I still see that meme coming around. Like I was playing with a buddy of mine, and he got drafted to New York and the NHL be a player, and he just sent me a meme, and it was that the imagine if Capo Caco, but he replaced his name with Capo Caco. Imagine if he became famous overnight, and it was the funniest thing ever. But, I think doing going back to talking about the podcast, because I forgot what we were talking about, to be honest. We were talking about the Boston game. Fuck, like, dude,
Right.
It's been a long week, but like, what made you how'd you guys meet? I know I was fumbling there, but how'd you guys meet?
So in August 2019, I started doing Sportscaster because one of my friends from YouTube was doing Sportscaster. He was broadcasting basketball games, and then I was thinking like, okay, like very very interesting. If there was any game that I would like broadcast or do like a live reaction or like make new friends in general, why not do Sportscaster? Why not? I remember my first live was the Atlanta Braves and the Colorado Rockies, and I had like 300 views, and I was like, okay, like very interesting. Just getting started, no need to worry.
Sorry.
Broadcasted the Maryland Terrapins football game when they slaughtered Howard 82-0. No joke. You can look it
Really?
up.
82-0?
Yeah. I think it's 82-0, 74, 76-0.
I don't know how you do that, to be honest, though.
It was a riot. And I think the first time that Grant came in was the Heritage Classic game. Oh no,
The Heritage Classic game was the first game I tuned into you, but I didn't start talking to you until about I think the Capitals were facing the Devils in like February or something, or January. I think that's when like I first actually started talking to you. I'm like, oh hey, I noticed I followed you on Instagram. Like,
yeah,
talk some more, right? And then in a couple months, I'm like, all right, you're knowledgeable enough about hockey. We figured, hey, we do a podcast, and here we are 9 months later, still going strong. So yeah, it's just truly amazing. Obviously, if you guys follow me on Sportscast, I pretty much go on nightly anyway. I mean, I was literally doing the Packers-Rams game before coming on here, so that's just
Packers.
Oh, the Packers won. Okay. Oh, I'm not surprised
Yeah,
if they won. I mean, I don't know much about football, to be honest. All I know is just the Ravens. Are the Ravens playing now? They just started.
Yeah, they're playing.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry, I was laughing. My friend sent me he got a screenshot of me from a YouTube video that I did, and the caption was, it was like when you forgot to study for your test that you have to do in the morning. It was me like looking at the camera, just like, oh shit.
oh boy.
Oh my god.
It was oh. Sorry, I was laughing my ass off. Oh my god. Yeah, this man literally went to my YouTube channel and fucking saw the absolute cringe. But I don't wait. But how did he even get to that? How did he must have actually had to watch the fucking video? Oh my god. Oops. I should just delete my fucking YouTube channel at this point. Absolutely
Yeah, and
cringe.
I've been thinking about doing that to mine too. I know, because sometimes my friends they mess with me and they start watching like some of my YouTube videos from 2017. I'm like, well, why you want to listen to my squeaky voice? Just why?
Like a lot of the shit that I post, like I try to do like everything, and like it just came out cringe, and I don't know what possessed me to say, wow, this is a good thing to post, and hindsight's 2020, and I honestly like I'm probably gonna delete half my videos because like some of them are just absolute cancer, and it makes me just want to jump off a bridge. Like honestly, it's horrible.
All right.
It's horrible.
yeah, and
Like my friends.
so
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So I saw a funny, like a hilarious video on Facebook from hockey. Was that a polar bear just like wiping out on the ice from that Minnesota Golden Gophers commercial?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was gold.
I honestly like somehow people get a hold of these things, and it can ruin people. Like if you're not mentally strong enough to like withstand people making fun of you for some shit, at least for him, he's the mascot, and people don't really know who the mascot is, so that's good for him. But when you got a YouTube channel and you're like making dumb shit and just like cancerous shit, like you're just some of that, like I'm probably gonna like. Because I've got videos that I'm actually proud of, but I've also got videos that I'm like, why the fuck did I do this? Like, what made
I'm the
me,
same way.
what possessed me to make this? Like, I do a lot of the abandoned hunting, stuff with my friend, and I still got videos to edit, and I've just been too lazy to put it together. To be honest, if I'm being honest, like I was too lazy. I've just been too busy with doing the podcast, and doing the podcast is a lot of fun. Going back to your point, like it's definitely something that goes off, and it's just business booming, and I've got three, 4 sponsors, and I'm working on another one, and business is booming. I've got almost within the last week, right? At least what was it? I have gotten at least like 37 listens in the last week, and and I was all in like 2 days, which was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I love looking at like analytics and it just going every time I post something. It's
Oh, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. Like on my Instagram account and stuff, I'm like, all right, I gotta see like who's liking my post, but like may not be following or whatever. Shoot them over a quick DM or whatever. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do for business.
Yeah, I mean, there's I reached out to 2 companies, and I was actually supposed to have one of my sponsors on last Saturday, but he was down in the capital. He was a riot police, so for obvious reasons. But we don't talk about that. We're good. We're not gonna talk about that.
We won't bring that up. No.
Yeah, no, that's a no. But he was down there, so he was unable to come on. So I'm hoping to have him on next season, because this is actually episode 8 of season 2, which definitely is a big episode. Got one more episode. I'm probably gonna end. Like I got a crunch. Like it's 24th 1-year anniversary, and gonna be the season 2 finale. So gotta get those episodes done. And but yeah, I kind of went on a rant there, and yeah. But so how did what went through the process of coming up with the name of the Powerskate Show?
Like Grant, would you like to answer?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much we're just like, all right, well, obviously, if we're gonna start a show, we gotta have a name, obviously. Yeah. And we were thinking, like a good name. Like Alex was coming up with a couple of decent ones, but I was like, he was kind of focusing it like more towards like the metropolitan division stuff. I'm like, well, we're doing a show on like all the teams, so we kind of want to make it like more broader than that, right? And so I was eventually just like, hey, Powerskate Show, that has a nice little ring to it. Maybe it'll catch on. Let's do it that. And then obviously Alex agreed. And yeah, I mean, I'm just like, okay, sounds pretty cool. And yeah, we're just like, okay, we'll go make it our name. And then eventually we got a logo and sweet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's I remember when I was talking with Micah, my old co-host for the Press Box Show podcast, we came up with like easily 20, 30 names, and it took us at least I think we recorded our first episode and we're still trying to think of the name. And we kind of settled on Press Box Bros podcast. We're like, are we gonna make it I mean, 'cause it has a good ring to it, but it took us a while to come up with that name, and I think you gotta be proud of the name before you do it, and that's
Right. Exactly. Yeah, no, it even took us like I'd say a couple weeks before we really came up with the name as well.
I mean, because that's something you stick with, and you have to try to stick with. Obviously, in special circumstances, if one of the hosts quit, obviously rename it if it's something that's plural, like in my case, named it the Chason Show. But yeah, no, it's definitely a fun thing to do, the podcast, and you guys should definitely start trying to come over to Anchor. You get make money from it. You should,
Absolutely.
how do you guys record? You guys use, was it like outdoor something?
StreamYard.
Oh no,
Barn-
we just stream.
StreamYard. That's right. Yeah. Guys should like do separate recordings. Like with Zoom here, it allows me to take the separate audio and just upload it. All you need is to upload the audio, and then you can just upload it. Puts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you can get more listeners and stuff from that way.
Oh, and I just got a text that Jimmy Howard retired.
Really? Oh, I mean, I'm not surprised, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's what, 38, 39?
I think, yeah.
I mean, he's up there in age, and he
He had 2
he's had a
wins
long.
left.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a long career. Obviously, it sucks going out on this note on a shitty team, like an absolutely horrible. I can't speak. Horrendous team. Man, like I'm not surprised that he retired, to be honest, but he has what, two Stanley Cup, one Stanley Cup, right?
Yeah, he had 0.
0. Was he not? Did he not play for the Red Wings in 08?
Playing Grand Rapids.
Oh, we're talking about Jimmy Howard.
Yeah, I thought he played for the Red Wings in 08.
Yeah, I just got the
He played
news
for
now
Grand
that he
Rapids.
retired. Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah, I'm seeing right now. Yeah, no, he never won a cup. I thought he was the backup in 08, but I guess not.
yeah, because it was
So-
no, it wasn't Mrazek. It was who was
It
that?
was Hasek and
Hasek, yeah.
Hasek and
Osgood. Osgood?
Yes, Osgood.
God, those are names I haven't heard in God knows how long. Like, how long ago did they retire? They must have retired at least 10 years
Hasek
ago.
retired in 2008. Osgood retired like in 2011.
Really? Was that? Wow. Okay, I thought he retired much later, or earlier rather. All right, guys. So I actually got to get running. So thank you guys for coming on. I can't thank you guys enough for coming on. Awesome time. Guys, thank you for listening in, tuning in, and obviously this is not the end for the Chason Show. You got 2 more episodes until season 2 finale, and we will thank you guys for coming on, and we'll see you guys next time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Seth.
Thanks.